Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're recording from the new studio. We don't have all the furniture in yet. We don't have the soundproofing in yet. So if it's a little bit echoey,
that's why.
That is why. We're trying to do what we can do here, but I don't have everything set up. However, we're going to talk about Star Wars today. We're going to talk about The Mandalorian and the rumored drama going on with The Mandalorian right now.
Right. I mean, they dropped the trailer yesterday.
Yeah.
So, and people are already having a fit about that, which is funny. But now, we had heard previously, they said that the new season's going to be weird. There's going to be a shift in the middle of it. And now you have reason possibly why. Yeah.
So according to Grace Randolph, right, YouTuber Grace Randolph, Pedro Pascal, who plays the Mandalorian, is having a conniption fit. Conniption fit? What is a conniption fit?
I don't know.
He's having a conniption fit about wearing the helmet. He doesn't want to wear the helmet, even though the Mandalorians aren't supposed to show their faces, except for that one scene where the droid's working on him. And, it could be because it's uncomfortable, or it could be because, celebrities want people to see their faces because it's a branding thing, so they can go on to the next gig. And whatever the reason is, that is supposedly throwing a wrench into filming.
Okay, so they're still filming it now? I thought they were done with it. They said they were finished before.
Yeah, they were finished with it, but there was a definite break, I guess, about halfway through it where you can see something went down.
Okay, so meaning that he doesn't wear the mask anymore? Or
I don't know.
That somebody else is doing the part?
I don't know. Because here's the thing. Because when you're in the suit, and basically anybody could be the Mandalorian at that point, I
know, but that's the character. If you didn't like the character, why the fuck did you do it? Sorry, Mom.
Well, why did he sign the papers to do it? Because
a lot of money. But you don't get, and if they do give him his way, how crappy is that? An actor can come in there and whine and have a meltdown, so they have to rewrite canon and everything to appease one person because he wanted his face shown more.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. This is coming from Cosmic Book News, which picked it up from Grace Randolph, and also Bounding in the Comics covered it too. Said there was a rumor that he actually quit filming halfway through it because she teased before. I remember she was teasing there was a shift.
Yeah, she said that
in the series, and you can't call it The Mandalorian if The Mandalorian's not in it.
No, the Mandalorian's in it. It's just that he wants to take the helmet off to make it about himself, which kind of goes against canon. And anybody could be the Mandalorian.
It could be you. It could be you. Anybody can be a Mandalorian.
Just because your face isn't on camera doesn't mean you're not playing the part. I mean, we aren't on camera most of the time. People still, know it's us. Except for Twitter.
Do they, though?
Okay, I'm giving you a warning now. Somebody is trying to impersonate me on Twitter. You could tell I changed my picture. I changed my name so that you can differentiate. But they are using my old picture and write-up, and they're calling themselves the same name as me. You can tell the difference because on my Desert Star, Star has 2 R's. On theirs, there's only 1. We have reported it to Twitter. This is the second time. First, we had Clownfish TV impersonating us, using our logo and everything, which, by the way, is being trademarked, so they can't do that. And now this, and Twitter will not verify us.
Yeah, I don't know why Twitter won't verify us.
We're in IMDb, Wikipedia, et cetera, but they still won't verify us. Would it make a difference to you, Twitter, if we said that we are Democrat? Because we lean left, would that make it come faster? Because, it seems that if you're a Democrat and you write for certain journalism outlets, you are automatically blue checked. But there's no. That's impossible. You're a gateway to the alt-right. Yeah, there's no, agenda there or anything. But back to this.
So YouTuber Grace Randolph has been teasing problems with The Mandalorian for the past couple of weeks. She comes clean in her latest video where she reviews the new Season 2 trailer, which looked pretty good, by the way. You didn't watch it yet.
I haven't got a chance to. I've been too busy.
But they were really beating the nostalgia drum and the Baby Yoda drum. They weren't punching Baby Yoda, but...
Which is funny to me because, I'll tell you what, Shop Disney just put up merchandise for The Mandalorian Season 2. And I had to laugh because It's just the logo, and it's like any other print on demand you'd see. And which is fine. People use print on demand. We use print on demand. But when you're Disney, you expect more. I don't know if they don't want to leak characters or whatever, but they have all these items and they're calling it customize it to you or something instead of calling it print on demand. It's flipping print on demand. I thought it was a little, it's smart because they don't lose a whole lot of money that way, but
Yeah, it's basically print on demand.
No, I have not seen it yet. I have been too busy between the studio and doing stories for the Pirates and Princesses and these videos and other things that are going on that we can't talk about yet. I couldn't do it.
Banthas and speeder bikes. Lots of Banthas.
Oh, you knew they were going to do Tatooine again. They kept saying.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what Grace Randolph said. She said, the Mando trailer is finally here, and because no one else has been able to break the story I've been hinting at for the past, I'd say 2 weeks now, or won't break the story, and also because now I've had 2 sources confirm it, I'm going to share my Mando scoop after we watch the trailer. She says, I really ended up enjoying the first season. I have some disappointing news to share with you. That doesn't mean the season won't be very enjoyable, and it doesn't mean all hope is lost for season 3. So what's the bad news? Why is that? Well, that's because while filming season 2, Pedro Pascal really wanted to have some scenes with his helmet off, says Randolph about the division between Pascal and the Mandalorian creative team. Now, before we get into that, this is like a Hollywood thing. You ever wonder in these superhero movies why Robert Downey Jr. is seen most of the time with the Iron Man mask off, or you see him inside the suit? It's because it's a branding thing. It might actually be in the clause. I think I remember reading it was in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man contract. It could have been him or somebody else that he had to be out of the mask so much. People were like, why does his mask always get shredded? Why is he? Because they wanted you to know it was Tobey Maguire. Because
you didn't figure that out for all the scenes when he's Peter Parker.
Right.
People are stupid.
Right. But that's why they do it in the superhero movies, or you see the characters running around without helmets on. Thor, he's not wearing his helmet. Captain America seldom is wearing his helmet. And they're doing it because they want those actors to be branded. And Pedro Pascal's probably like, I am in the helmet all the time, save for one scene. This isn't going to be good for my career.
No, I understand why he has reasons I feel that way, but I also understand he knew that when he took the part, and the characters, part of the backstory of the characters that have been established for years is that the helmets stay on. That's kind of like the thing.
Wear your damn mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. How hard is it to wear a mask?
Oh, yeah, I love it. Yeah, they're talking about wearing a mask, but he doesn't have to wear his.
Wear a mask. Grace goes on to sympathize with Pascal, but she said it should be said that this is not the way, as the series clearly establishes Mandalorians don't reveal their faces. Now, I do have questions, though. What's the deal with Jango Fett?
I was thinking the same thing.
So,
I was sitting here thinking the exact same thing.
Has he strayed from the way or what? Because he spends most of that movie with his helmet off.
Because he had to deal with it in his contract. No, I actually was sitting here thinking the exact same thing when you said that.
That's how they explain Boba Fett. You never see his mask or without his mask because it was the way, I guess. But I don't know. Anyway, the first season saw a way around it when the Mando revealed his face to a droid who is not a person. Obviously, they couldn't keep doing the same thing over and over again. Having the Mando talk without a mask to a droid is it would get old fast. We can also add that certainly Pedro Pascal knew this was the case when he signed on.
Exactly.
He signed on. It also doesn't make sense with the story, as Mando hasn't shown his face to anyone since he was a child. So Pascal went above them, went above Favreau and Filoni, and went to Lucasfilm.
Oh, of course. Of course he did.
But no, the Mandalorian creative team wouldn't budge on this, explains Randolph. So Pedro Pascal, from what I've heard from 2 sources now, was so frustrated about this and was also pretty darn uncomfortable in the Mando suit. So he became difficult it's the Mandalorian. It's just a part.
Yeah, you're the one thing people like about Star Wars.
Right. And the final straw, even though he was difficult to be around on set, the final straw was that he went to Lucasfilm, from what I heard about my sources, to try and get them to intervene.
Right, because, Anthony Daniels, when he was C-3PO, they were going to have him have scenes where he took his mask off, too, because he was uncomfortable.
He was supposedly pissed at Alan Tudyk for being K2 because he's like, well, how'd they get you in the suit? And he's like, I didn't wear a suit. It was all CGI. It's like, damn it.
Yeah.
It's like I had to wear the freaking suit and I've had to not eat so I can fit into the suit that I wore 30, 40 years ago,
And Kenny Baker's are too, he'd make sure that he was running around with his face sticking out going beep, beep, beep some of the times, because he wanted to make sure everybody saw his face and knew it was him.
Well, according to Anthony Daniels, Kenny Baker didn't do anything. So
oh wow,
that's a few. That could actually
But according to Kenny Baker, he did a lot of things because we saw him at a convention. He had lots to say.
Kenny Baker's a very verbose. He was a very.
All the Ewoks as actors, you know.
He called
Warwick Davis needs to run around without the Ewok head on, so everybody knows it's him.
Yeah, right. Kenny Baker, he called us out for getting up the late because we were going to another panel or something. And he called us out. He's like,
I don't remember. Yeah,
why are you leaving? Where are the people in the back? Why are you leaving?
Was it us? I think
it was, yeah.
I don't remember. That was a long time ago. It was before we were married.
A long time ago.
Wasn't it? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I was sort of afraid of Kenny Baker at that point.
Were you?
I was.
I think you could take him.
I think I probably could have taken him. But R2 was yelling at me for leaving his panel. I'm like,
well, you don't know it's R2 because he always wore a mask. You're assuming that he's R2. You need Lucasfilm to intervene to make sure that he gets to show his face more often. Well, now he can't. But, then.
And Aura Singh was looking at me disapprovingly. Like, how dare you?
To be fair, she was looking at most people disapprovingly.
She was. She was very grumpy. Okay, she might have been having a bad weekend. So following the disastrous Disney Star Wars trilogy, I think the last thing fans want for Lucasfilm is to get involved in the fan favorite, The Mandalorian. Yeah, because Lucasfilm's already trying to...
Even she's saying it. The last thing people want is Lucasfilm to be involved. That's sad. I mean, this is somebody who's actually saying it outside. It's in Hollywood, outside of YouTube.
So Pascal, it got so bad that Pascal was told to leave the set. Grace goes on to say that things got so bad between Pedro Pascal and the creative team on The Mandalorian that the team told Pascal to take a hike.
Well, I'm going to have to do a story on this on PMP later.
When Pedro Pascal went to Lucasfilm, the Mando team was like, you know what? You should just go. And Pascal did, reveals Randolph. So what happened about halfway? That's what happened halfway through filming. She offers what could happen in season 2 could be that the big change does happen halfway through. Mando doesn't really appear, or that whatever footage they shot of Pedro Pascal's Mandalorian could be sprinkled throughout the season to make it feel more whole.
But it's called The Mandalorian. But now it's a Baby Yoda show. Who are we kidding?
It's the Baby Yoda show. So
where's the Mandalorian? Dangle Baby Yoda. They'll forget.
Randolph adds, I've heard the breakup was pretty bad with both sides pretty darn upset, but hopefully cooler heads can prevail via money talks. Maybe again, they already have so that Pedro Pascal's Mandalorian can return for season 3 with his helmet off for 1 or 2 scenes. So this sounds like, yeah, he just walked out, or they told him to take a hike halfway through season 2. So what are they gonna do?
Right, it's all rumor right now, obviously. But it is interesting because she said a couple weeks ago it was gonna have a shift halfway through.
So now we've got, this is turning into quite the cluster. We've got Pedro Pascal getting angry, supposedly, leaving the show halfway through. And then we've got Cara Dune out there. She's not going to put up with Twitter.
Can you blame her?
I don't blame her. So is there even going to be a season 3? Well, of course there will be, because money.
Well, yeah, because it's the only thing that they have going for them that people actually like.
Yeah, so...
Unless they ruin it in season 2.
Just give them time. Give them time.
They keep merchandising. They have all this new merchandise coming out of Baby Yoda. There's a toaster and a waffle maker and all kinds of stuff. Still no flamethrower. I keep waiting for that.
Yeah. That would be pretty cool.
No, it wouldn't be cool.
It would be hot. It would be smoking.
But with the Halloween coming and trick-or-treating still happening in some locations, Trisket has been asking me if we could use a potato cannon to shoot candy at children, which of course I said no, but maybe they'll brand the Baby Yoda candy cannon.
The Baby Yoda candy cannon.
But it won't be, it'll have the pressure toned down, so it's just a mild poof to shoot the candy into their buckets.
Or he could shoot Chicky Nuggies.
No, would you stop with the damn Chicky Nuggies?
I don't think anybody wants to.
I hate that Chicky Nuggies. Ooh, he never said, I want Chicky Nuggies. Oh my God, I hate that. Drive me nuts.
It's frogs. Well, frogs taste like chicken. Frog legs taste like chicken. So maybe that's what it is. Frog leg nuggets.
I'm just like chicken nuggies. I hate that so much. Just slap somebody. Whoever came up with that. You take your hand, hold it to your face, and slap yourself.
Slap yourself,
and then say
Karen.
It was for me.
Slap yourself,
Chicken
Karen. That's a fresh one from Geeky.
That's right. Slap yourself. Put your hand to your face now. Slap yourself.
All right. So we'll see what happens. The trailer looked pretty cool. Of course, Disney's not going to be like, hey guys, we've got half of a good season coming up. But
of course they're not.
But if we get 5 or 6 episodes into it and Mando goes missing or he gets sidelined, we know what happened.
Yeah. So
yeah. Stock footage. They just
It'll be interesting.
Splice in Boba Fett footage.
It's like Leia in Rise of Skywalker.
God, but that's the thing. I mean, this is, I think he's great, but they could use anybody.
Well, if he's not talking, if he's not verbalizing anything, they could have someone walk around in the suit that isn't him.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Or just take some audio from, it'll be like Chef in the last episode he was in South Park, where they just took some audio clips. That's how they wrote him out of the show. They took some audio clips from the older South Park episodes and they had him get killed.
Yeah, so...
That'll be the Mandalorian without the Mandalorian. So, or they'll just have another, they'll have a powerful female Mando come in. They'll have Sabine from Rebels come in and take over. It'll still be the Mandalorian. It just won't be that Mandalorian.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work.
It won't be Valerie anymore. It'll be the Hogan family, the Baby Yoda family.
Or like Roseanne.
Roseanne without Roseanne. Like how?
It did so well when they did that.
It did so well when they kicked Roseanne off of her own show. Yeah, so we're going to wrap this one up.
Yep.
Okay, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.